Hi, everybody. My name is Justine Froelker, and I help teams and leaders create more clarity in their communication, stop eroding trust, and basically enjoy their work again because work isn't supposed to be this hard. Yeah. This is Courage Tuesday, where I talk about how the courage skills show up in my everyday life. A couple weeks ago, I was talking to someone who's been through the training with me several times, my full training several times, and they were facing a very, very big decision, a big, scary decision. And one of the things I challenged them with was, uh, do you want to make an active decision or a passive decision? I mean, either way, there's going to be a decision made, right? Stuck is a choice. You stay stuck, it's a choice. You can stay stuck. It is a choice. Not choosing is always a choice. And let's be honest, sometimes the choices in front of us, they both, or all 10 of them, all suck. Still a choice. Always a choice. I do think, though, that sometimes it feels easier to make a passive decision where you let the time run out, or you let someone else decide for you, or you wait it out till it gets so bad that you have no choice but to make a choice. It's passive decision making. Either way, the decision will come. Or do you grab your values and probably a whole lot of courage and make a decision? Maybe a really, really, really tough one. Maybe a decision that very few people will understand. You also, we're never really that alone in making decisions. Bring in your circle. We were supposed to do this in community. We were never meant to do this so alone. It's so much more painful when you do. Also, make sure that your community isn't just a bunch of people who agree with you all the time, and never call you to who you truly are, or call you into the work to be like, it's not cool. Actually, not sure. I mean, for me, I also go back to, literally, I just said it to chat, well, did you pray about it yet? What did God say we were supposed to do? Did you pray? Because there's part of me that, I am praying about every single thing right now. Uh, and I don't want to talk about it until you know what the Lord has told you. There's also, when I think back to when Chad and I went through infertility treatments, we're years out at this point, 14 years out. They'd be 13. And I don't think I didn't necessarily have the words when we were in it. And I didn't come up with the words until after I was sharing more of our journey or what we had been through and writing and being in that space, especially. You only have the information that you have right now. And a lot of times, sometimes you just don't have all the information that you need to make a decision. And so it does kind of become this space of I don't have enough information yet to make that decision. Our brain loves to pretend like it has all of the information because it's going to make up a bunch of crap. It's going to think about all of the scenarios. And it's really just a waste of energy and time and bandwidth, which you have very, very little of. No one has extra time nowadays. No one has bandwidth. Even those of us who are caring well for ourselves, if we are caring well for ourselves, chances are your life is very, very full of really amazing things. So you still don't have extra time, energy, and bandwidth. Do you have enough information to make this decision right now? And your brain playing out all of the worst case scenarios is actually not good information. It's simply catastrophizing. And it's just a way for your brain not to feel super vulnerable. So it just makes up stories, especially the worst case scenario stories, because then you're prepared if it happens. No, you're not. You're not. It's really just a stealing of your present moment. That's all it is. Practice some gratitude in it. That's how we move through those moments. And still, there will be seasons that you don't have enough information to make that decision yet. There is an element too, there may be some decisions in your life that you make that they don't necessarily make a whole lot of sense on paper or to the world. We're in one of those seasons right now, especially as we build Monarch Meadows and we have an added layer to that. And and yet there's a piece that's like, there's no explanation as to how come I feel so okay, so at peace. Because for me, it's the only explanation is God, like peace beyond understanding, peace that surpasses understanding. But like, I do think sometimes, I think a lot of times, maybe, if you're living from your values, if you're truly living into your full identity, like the reason you were created, the one and only you that will only ever be in you and will never be again. If you're living into that full identity and finding work, service to live into and pour into the world from this identity, I do think chances are the decisions that you will face will look ridiculous and crazy. I just had a friend come to look at Monarch Meadows and check it out and to talk about a training that I'm doing for her organization. And um, I mean, it's not unlike anybody that comes and sees it, to be honest. But she's just like, it's incredible. And she's like, it's such an honor to watch you guys dream this and now build it. And she's like, I mean, you're crazy. Like, you are crazy. I, I feel that. uh, and I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm just trusting that on the other side of crazy is a whole bunch of goodness. And I don't necessarily need the world to understand my crazy or my decisions or what's in front of me. What I do know is that, yes, there will probably be a time that you have to give yourself permission to make a passive decision because it's just where you're at. Except what I also believe right alongside that is that for the most part, I think we regret those passive decisions because we regret the time that we lose to them. I don't think it's ever time's not wasted. It's not. We always have lessons to learn. Uh, we oftentimes passive decisions mean that you're waiting. When we make those active decisions with the information that we have accessible to us right now from our values in that full identity, even if it ends up being not so great, we can trust it. I used to tell my clients when I was in private practice, like, you did the very best that you knew how in that given moment. If you would have known better, you would have chosen better. Like, even when you were screwing something up, it's what you had. It's what you had in that moment. That goes to my favorite, most life-changing piece of the curriculum. It's of the courage work. It is like, I know for a fact people are doing their best. I know they are. It started first as like, I choose to believe that you are doing your best because, um, frankly, it was for my own freedom. Like, when I choose to believe that is your best, I don't have to live so angry and resentful with you because you're not meeting my expectations. It's your best. It's what you have. And sometimes what you have is just not enough. Sometimes your best sucks. Sometimes it's harmful, which means I have to set boundaries and our relationship may change. It doesn't mean it wasn't your best. People just may not have what you need. And so, like, at first it was this, like, I choose to believe that people are doing your best. But like, after the last, it'll be 6 years, and 10 days that I was nearly taken out with trigeminal neuralgia, also called the suicide disease because it's rates number 2 on the pain scale. And It shifted from, I know that you're doing your best to, or that from, I choose to believe that you're doing your best. It shifted to, I absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt that people are doing their best. Sometimes they're just fighting something that you can't see, or they're going through something that you haven't created the space in order for them to feel like they can share it with you. You're just seeing the symptoms of it. Sometimes people have lived through things that you have no understanding about. It doesn't mean that we don't hold them accountable to their behaviors. We need to hold them accountable to their behaviors, especially when they create harm. And at the same time, I really do. People don't suck on purpose. They're not living to piss you off. They're not failing on purpose. Sometimes they just don't have what you need. And you can have all the feelings that you have around that. You're allowed that. It doesn't mean that they have it though. And at the end of the day, most likely, you got to set expectations with that person. Doesn't mean it means that they're going to come up to give you what you need and want. Chances are you're probably going to have to find what you need and want from someone and somewhere else. I don't even remember at this point how I got on that part of the lesson. Apparently someone needs to hear that part of the lesson today, because I started on decision making. And trust me, I will not rewatch this video and listen to my own voice to check. So you'll have to let me know in the comments if you watch the whole thing. Okay. Anyways, that's the courage work that I have for you today on Courage Tuesday. So if you are a leader or a team and you've got people problems, I have the courage skills to help you navigate those people problems in a not so painful way. Because work really doesn't have to be this hard. And I would love to help you create a more courageous workplace. So I will see you next week. And if you want to check out a new asset that I have, it's actually pretty cool. I know it works on Instagram for sure. If you DM me or comment the word remember, it'll send you a link to a new ebook that I wrote. And it's only $3. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.